David, why is it that dental offices are a mess? Compared to my dermatology office, compared to my cardiologist office.
First of all, we have 100 procedures.
Okay.
You know, these offices were designed for a time that there were 5 procedures in a dental office. If you think about the core design of a dental office, hadn't significantly changed from when you had a filling,
Yes.
an extraction, a denture, a crown rarely.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. Like there wasn't much hygiene. I mean, that's what you did.
And now
you've got 100 different procedures with all of the
Invisalign, Botox, facial rejuvenation, root canal, sinus lifts,
And so
implants.
Making crowns in office.
Making crowns in office, RPDs.
And so what happened is instead of rethinking how we deploy that stuff, it just got layered on like
a Greek city, and
that's
then
right.
a Romanian.
And stuff just new thing came in, and somebody said, "Got to have that."
And it's hodgepodge.
Gotta have
And
Fatona
it
laser.
just layered on and just piled up.
Gotta have an iTero
That's
scanner.
right. And it's
And the rooms are still the same size.
well, the room's the same size, but the real problem was that nobody rethought how we deploy that to a room. So now we've got high-tech endo, but the person that needs the root canal is in the room down there, and the high-tech endo's down there.
The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.
Hello, dentists and dental offices of America. It's time for your favorite podcast, the most mediocre podcast on the internet. I am your host, Dr. David Galler. I am known as the mediocre dentist because I am supremely mediocre, and I am joined by my wife.
And your co-host, Dr. Andrea Droniski.
Welcome. How are you feeling today?
Today I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling pretty mediocre.
I don't want to meet you there today. I'm actually, I don't know, maybe it's
You
this
have
bright
your
blue.
power blue suit.
I know. This is a new year, new me. We're out of the sweatshirt and feeling like channeling my inner boss.
And with the extra money we spent on your jacket,
Yep.
I have dressed down now into t-shirts.
Just t-shirts. Yep. We can't afford sweaters.
We can't. There's only so much money to go around. And you were like, you should buy a suit. And I was like, I should buy a suit. And we compromised on you bought a suit.
I buy a suit. Yeah. Not you. Okay.
Today's episode's a big one. And with this, we are going to kind of encroach on a domestic dispute between David and Andrea. Because...
Which one?
We're both clean people, but we're clean in different ways.
Go on, because
Okay.
I don't think I don't ident.
Let me explain. Let me explain for our audience. I need organization.
Yes.
If my desk has piles of papers on it and a scissors underneath one of the stacks of papers and printouts and computer disks, I'm dating myself, but like a thumb drive over here, I can't work.
Or
I can't
emails
think.
in your inbox.
I cannot
Unread.
have more than 10 emails unread or 10 text messages on it. That's my cleanliness. I need rooms to be cleaned. I actually enjoy organizing closets and drawers. That makes me happy.
That is a true story. You did that when we moved into the new house. It was like an I love you gift to me. He reorganized all of my clothes, color coordinated it. It was fucking beautiful.
It turns out my wife has 50 pairs of white jeans. And there was no need for those white jeans to be married to the black jeans, the blue jeans, and the other leather black pants. So I organized it by color and size, which was nothing compared to my next feat, which was organizing your shoes. But it gave me great pleasure to organize things. Now that's the extent of my cleanliness, organization.
And I just need things, like I need a drawer to be closed. And David struggles with opening something and then knowing that thing that you had to open originally, then just like for like just a normal interaction with a room, that you then close that door.
And I didn't realize that this was a problem till 47 years into my life.
I know, yeah.
But apparently I open drawers and I don't close them.
Doesn't matter if it's a drawer, pull, open, you cannot close it.
No idea why.
And Mel Robbins has taught me that there's another way to look at it, and it's not that you're an absolute dickwad. It's
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that's what's been going through my head for the past 8
Wow.
years.
I was gonna go with just absent-minded.
No, just like I have plotted like snuff you out level stuff. Like I look at it and I'm like,
getting
you're
killed
just
over
you're
you
just a dick.
literally
Wrong time of the
piles-
month and
we have-
you're dead man.
We have piles of your crap in the corner that I overlook and just organize, and
I
I
know.
leave one drawer open, and I
It's
gotta
not
sleep
just
with
one.
one
It's
eye
all
open.
of them. It's all of the fucking drawers. But Mel has taught me that it means that you're so busy and you're so distracted, like by so many things that are going on and so many important things that you're doing, that you cannot possibly put your mind power to shutting that door.
Because I'm busy organizing your shit.
I get it. So see, Mel's helped us. She's helped our relationship.
Organization and cleanliness is the topic of today. And there's
Yeah.
a guest here.
Where'd
Hey,
you
David.
come from?
Where'd you come
The
from?
guest actually makes self-closing drawers. This may actually...
All right. Well,
There may
everybody, I present.
we may just have
Touche.
a bigger thing here. than
Our marriage just got
thought.
extended
He
by
was,
a few
you
years.
know what? You were here since the beginning when he proposed. You were like family.
All right, well, let's tell the audience who's on the set with us if they're listening on Spotify. We have the CEO of Design Ergonomics, someone I'd like to call already my friend. We've been kind of in each other's circles for about 2 years. We were introduced by a dentist named Jason Sala, who was American Academy Clear Aligner board member. We have now a bunch of companies that we like. The top companies stay together: American Academy Clearing, Scheduling Institute, Design Ergonomics, Sunbit. Like some of these companies are overjet. Like we're kind of like
Travel and Packs.
Or like the top
Yeah.
dentists are using the top companies, and Design Ergonomics is one of those companies that you just hear about when you hear about top offices, top efficiencies. CEO David Ahearn. I'm saying Ahearn. I call him different things. Ahearn. What's the
It means he
you.
likes you if he says your name
you.
wrong.
My-
I'm his wife.
It
and he calls
actually
me the wrong
depends
name.
on where you are. North of the Mason-Dixon line, it's Ahearn. South of the Mason-Dixon line, Ahearn.
Ahearn. I love that.
Hey,
People in the
you.
South are like,
Hey,
Ahearn.
you.
My office is dirty, Ahearn.
It's a reason the practice is never had my name.
All right, tell us a little. Let's start at the beginning before we get all excited. I'm a puppy dog. I love this topic. I love this topic. I actually sought out Design Ergonomics based on Jason's, and I'm like, we have to work together. Tell us about where you came from, how you got into this.
I never intended to have
You're a
company.
dentist.
I'm a dentist. I was a researcher before becoming a dentist. That's a very long story. But I never intended to become a maker. I never intended to become a designer, actually. I just wanted a great office.
Okay.
And I couldn't get the great office that I wanted. And I was suffering. I actually didn't want to own an office, quite frankly. I wanted to be an associate forever.
And this is where? This is in Boston?
Well, I was a professor at University of Michigan,
Okay.
and I wanted to. If you come from the East Coast, you tend to wind up back there.
Yeah.
I want to have a little farm on the coast, and have a little practice, and I would just be an associate for somebody, and I would just do great dentistry.
Yeah.
I'm not great associate material, it turns out.
Okay. You have your own ideas of how things should run.
I was always trying to go ahead and make something better.
Better. I totally get that mentality.
Basically, that was annoying the crap out of the guy I was working for. I never really looked at it that way. I didn't understand why he was accepting what he had.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense to me. And so I actually was cast out. I was cast out during a time my area had a 17.5% unemployment rate.
In Detroit.
Highest in the nation. No, this is in New England.
Oh, you're
Southeastern
back in New England now.
I'm back in New England.
Yep.
Okay, I moved back because that's what you do when you're from there.
You're an associate. You get
I'm an
cut from the
associate. I get cut. The guy's wife kind of did some personality profiling and did like which doesn't belong and why.
This is like This is like Michael Jordan getting cut from his JV basketball team. Do you know that? Michael Jordan
Yes,
was
I
cut
know.
from his 10th
Grade 9.
grade.
I thought it was grade 9.
Wow, and they David was fired and goes on to be one of the most successful dentists in North America.
So all of a sudden I had 90 days. I was given 90 days notice. All the banks in the area had been closed.
Oh my
We're
God.
called Resolution Trust Corporation. The federal government had taken over the crooked banks. They were crooked banks.
I remember this, the S&P.
And so Resolution Trust, so there's no lenders. So I had been thinking about what a practice should be.
Yeah.
You know, so I had been thinking I hadn't been able to do it. I had 90 days
Oh.
to build a practice. I didn't succeed at that. You know, I could have gone and like found
Yeah.
some place in 110 days, we built a new office in the town. Went from foundation to seeing patients in 10 days. Don't try this at
Wow.
home, folks. Like, don't do that.
Did you have drills or you were scooping or
Well, no, I had,
excavating?
I had
Is it
money.
more of like an exam place?
I had money from folks that made cement shoes for you if you didn't
Oh,
pay the money
there we
back.
go.
So there was motivation. Motivation usually leads to
Okay.
good things. And so because I don't look good in cement shoes.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is
I certainly
Boston.
can't
You're
swim,
looking
you
at
know.
New England here, folks.
So in a
we ain't in sunny California here. We're in the real.
Yeah, I didn't manage to pay the full money back in the 6 months that I had, but I got enough of it back. Mm-hmm. The practice was a good bit bigger than the original practice, which had been there 20 years, at the end of the first year. And then people started like asking me what I did to do that.
How you built a
How I
practice
built,
that
you know,
was
how
just
do
growing.
we do that? And so in complete oblivion, I would just help people go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
And so 3 years later, we're building equipment with my best friend from birth in a basement. Mm-hmm. And at one point, the two of us looked, for other people.
Yeah.
And
Space-saving
the reason-
dental equipment.
Space-saving dental equipment, high-performance dental equipment. We just started making things to
That
make dentistry
makes
better.
sense.
And I was still not doing it as a business. I would build something, because if I built 10 of them, then I could afford to build something for me that wasn't completely crazy, because building one of them made no sense.
Yeah, your prototype.
So Enzo Ferrari did the same thing for Ferrari.
Okay.
He
Tell us that.
he didn't build cars for other people. He built some cars that he could sell, so he could build a car so he could go race.
Oh, wow.
And so once someone told me that story, they went, "Oh, this is like Ferrari." I went,
So
"This
you're-
kind of is like Ferrari," because
Yeah.
I would get my reward was not monetary directly. It was that I would get to build the next thing that would perform at the next level, that would solve a problem that I'm easy to annoy. I can annoy myself. So I would go to the
My wife
dental
says the
office.
same thing about me.
Well, I just have a license, but this now gave me a license to be annoyed.
Yeah.
And so go to the dental office, I would get to an obstacle, and I'd go like, I got to fix that.
Yeah.
And so that's now almost 30 years of bumping into a problem,
Yeah.
being annoyed by the problem, and figuring out a way to break through it. And so the users of what we've created are really a big user group. So now people get to go ahead and say, hey, what if we did this?
Yep.
And so that feeds on itself. So that's how we started.
When did Design Ergonomics open?
Design Ergonomics was probably 25 years ago. We actually gave it a name.
So
No.
are you like, okay, I'm a dentist. I have an idea. I'm like, I don't like the air water syringe coming from the right. I wish it would come down from the ceiling. But I have no idea how architecturally, I don't know how to draw things. I don't know how things work. I don't know how to motors. Do you have some sort of background? Did you work on cars?
Wait,
Is your dad a mechanic?
we-
Like, how do you go from a dentist to a guy who makes stuff?
We, like, as a community of boys, and because it was 13 boys in my neighborhood, we made everything. The dump was up the street. I didn't know that you could buy bicycles from a store.
Wow.
We got bicycles. Bicycles came from the dump, and there were these animals there too with rats. There were so many kids.
Sorry.
We just literally we're
I think I saw
free
a movie
range.
like this. Wasn't there a movie
We're
like this
free
where the
range.
kids hang out in the dump and play baseball?
Yeah, that's why we were just
Backyard
we went to the
Sandlot?
dump,
Isn't this like-
and we
this is
just
like
get-
Sandlot.
we would get
You're like the Sandlot dentist.
I had a stereo system when I was 10. We got parts from the dump, and so we're
This explains.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Making things was just what we did. I mean,
Yeah.
it was, first of all, it was wasn't a great town. I mean, that was the only place I was going to get stuff.
Like this guy
Yeah.
can make nothing.
Zero.
No, it's just-
yeah.
it's
Even with
different-
instructions.
but see,
Nothing.
different, like everybody's got different abilities, and so that's just what it just
So
seemed
you're
natural.
a builder,
Yeah,
inventor
but it just
type
was
guy.
natural to, like, and there are other people that are better at the machining and things that, in the factory that, I'm great at recombinant,
Yeah, no, I get it.
or taking something from another industry and go, why that's similar to what we do, why can't we do that here?
Yeah, one of my favorite comedians, Nate Bargatze, if he ever wants to be on the show, we will take him. He has a great set that goes something like this. If I found a time machine and went back to 1850, and I was like, we should build a TV. And then we're like, what's a TV? And it'd be like, a TV where they have it. And he goes like, cool, how do we build it? It'd be like, ugh. It'll be like, there are outhouses. Just put a toilet in your backyard. It's like, what? Put a
What?
toilet in your house? You're like, yeah, bathroom. They're like, cool, amazing, it's unbelievable. How do we build it? He'd be like, he'd be like, there would actually be no change in civilization if
Yeah.
I went back 100 years. But if you went back 100 years, there'd be a change.
There was,
Yes.
I forget the year that the person that was in charge of the patent office, it was late 1800s, early 1900s, said we should close the patent office because all the good ideas have already been.
Oh,
It's actually the person
wow.
in charge of the patent
Wow.
office. Yeah.
So let's talk about dental offices. You and I always have a conversation. I have this pet peeve when I go to a lot of dental offices. Obviously, we own a dental office together. The countertops at dental offices make me crazy, and there's just so much stuff on it. And when I see it, you look at that. Look at the
Look
desk.
at what you've done here, though.
No, this is beautiful.
This is not.
beautiful.
You have a random globe.
This is the
a
globe.
snow
This
globe.
is the sphere of the future.
You've got a bullshit David
This is
whatever
the bullshit
bobblehead.
head. Here, everything else is
Glasses we
okay.
jokingly
if you watch,
wore at our
if you watch
wedding.
that guy, the
A lot of
ESPN.
stuff.
What's the ESPN show? The ESPN show in the morning with the sports guy who used to be a
know.
wrestler and a punter. Help me out.
You
So
are
I'm
a barker.
The Pat McAfee
Sorry.
show. Pat McAfee
Oh,
show.
okay.
Show
Okay,
Sean, show a screen of the Pat McAfee stage, the podcast. Let's show it. It's the number one rated thing. If you look at their
Is that what you're emulating? Is this what's
no,
happening?
they're the
No, they're
opposite.
like the
the
opposite.
Pat
It's like-
McAfee show
yeah, you
has
can't really watch.
thousands of random
It's-
paraphernalia on their desk that changes every day. And when we built this podcast studio,
When
when
you
Sean built this podcast studio,
Here you go.
you
we
didn't
went
put shit
with
together.
the minimalist. This is a minimalist stage.
This is not minimal.
This is a minimal.
This is a
Dave,
cluster.
is this a minimalist?
This is a
This is a-
clusterfuck of colors.
Why am I sitting in the middle?
Yeah. Who's right?
Tell us more about these self-closing drawers, because you
Yeah,
could
you're gonna-
rebuild our marriage.
This is going to be a good, like this.
You have a
is-
self-closing
out of
drawer?
this- Yeah, they exist. Yeah, yeah, we use.
Which
them.
means I just open it?
You open it. You just got to get it closed. You can't open it to here and expect.
Oh yeah, we're
No,
screwed.
I'll give it a
you
little-
lost
What?
me there. He's
Okay,
an animal.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna send you
it's gotta get
pictures.
close.
It's
At
not
least I
even
admit
in,
that I do it. Isn't that
Oh,
half
man,
the
if I
problem,
have to
half the
invent
solution?
that, a
I
fully
do.
open-
Yeah.
It might be possible.
If you could come up with that,
Yeah,
it'd
that
be
might-
really
yeah,
great
if
for our
it'll
marriage.
save the marriage.
But
If
Mel,
it'll save the
Mel
Recognize
has
that you're
marriage.
not organized,
I
and
have
that your desk and
25,000
things.
emails unread. I'm a situation.
We're a perfect team.
Perfect team.
We're
The
shit.
sphere of the future says
Sphere of the
we
future.
We're
tie
good.
together.
Amazing.
David, why is it that dental offices are a mess?
There are
Compared to
two-
my
there-
dermatology
there are
office, compared to my
really
cardiologist
two-
office.
First of all, we have 100 procedures.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these offices were designed for a time that there were 5 procedures in a dental office. If you think about the core design of a dental
Yeah.
office hadn't significantly changed from when you had a filling,
Yes.
an extraction, a denture, a crown rarely.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. Like there wasn't much hygiene. I mean, that's what you did.
And now,
And now you've got 100 different procedures with all of those
Invisalign,
supplies.
Botox,
Right.
facial
All of
rejuvenation,
it-
root
all of
canal,
this
sinus
stuff.
lifts,
And so
implants.
Making crowns
What-
in office.
yes.
Making crowns in office,
Yeah.
RPDs.
And so
Yeah.
what happened is instead of rethinking how we deploy that stuff, it just got layered on like
like
the
a Greek,
Pleistocene
like a city,
period and
like a Greek city, and
that's
then
right.
a
And, they
Romanian.
just- and stuff just new thing came in, and somebody said, "Got to have that."
And it's
so
hodgepodge.
Gotta have
And
Fatona
and it just
laser.
layered on and just piled up on.
Gotta
it.
have an iTero
That's right.
scanner,
And-
Yeah.
and it's
and the rooms are still the same size.
Yes.
well, the room's the same size, but the real problem was that nobody rethought how we deploy that to a room. So now we've got high-tech endo, but the person that needs the root canal is in the room down there, and the high-tech endo's down there.
Happens all the time.
And it happens
Yeah.
all the time.
We shuffle people regularly
And so
out of the
you move the
office.
person from the, like, that's not the way the person wants it to go. The person wants the thing to come to them, and we didn't make it easy for the thing to come to them. So 20-some years ago, we spent a lot of time on what we call rapid deployment. Getting anything, the discussion was, I think there's going to be more technology.
Okay.
We're not going to want to buy 10 of them for a 10-room office.
Yeah.
And we're going to need them, and we're not going to know where we need them.
Okay.
That a significant amount of the opportunity in a day would come from somebody being in a room and there's a procedure they want,
Yeah.
and us not taking 20 minutes to go ahead and set the room up one way or the other, or wait for this patient to be out so we can get this patient in. That's all non-revenue earning time.
Yeah.
And so for us, the standard, again, 20 years ago, starting this, was can we get any room converted from any procedure to any other procedure in under 45 seconds?
Whoa.
And for me, maybe it's why the office has gotten me to do more R&D. My number's 27 seconds.
I
want
come
any
in,
room
sit down,
converted.
and I'll be like, I
wanna
need a
be like,
root canal.
we got a root canal set up.
27
I want to
seconds.
have, in the time it takes me to say, we had discussed that maybe this was going to need a root canal.
Yes.
In no more time than to go ahead, it turns out you're lucky, we found it now, it needs a root canal. I want to take no longer than that to have the team deploy that. So for us, it's headset, team member deploys, somebody else maybe deploys with them, 27 seconds.
Is this the cart system?
This is a cart for the specialty things that you don't, so there's really 3 layers. There's what you have embedded in every room,
Yep.
which increases every year as technology gets more compact.
Yeah.
The thing that you rarely have, which I want to have on a shelf, like precision attachments for partial dentures.
Yeah.
I only want one kit,
Yeah.
but I want that kit to be in a room in 27 seconds,
Yes.
if that's the thing you need. And then there's big technology, which again, I'm not going to own 10 Iteros.
Well, Itero is a big sponsor, so
So,
we would.
if you want
we do
to own
highly
10.
recommend people
I-
buy
well,
Itero
I
made
got
by
a-
the Align
I got a-
Corporation.
I got
10
a lot,
or more.
one second, I got a lot of Iteros, okay? I got a lot of Iteros. Like when Itero goes ahead and figures out how to embed that, which would be the next thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
Well,
coming.
that'll be the
Yeah.
next thing. Then,
Yes.
then it becomes a normal part of every.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
It will
because
come.
that
Yeah.
thing, just using that as an example, in the evolution, you owned one. Now, you might keep the one you had and then you buy 2. And then the other wing of you're not going to roll it across that far.
We do a
And
lot
that's-
of rolling.
Yeah, and so all of a sudden you see that thing rolls more than anything else now. So what that then tells you is it's getting to the turning point of
Yeah.
time to embed that. And so I'm sure that that's where they're going to head with that. And then it becomes normal. Now you got to have a screen right there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what we do. We have a screen right there. So it should be on that screen. And,
Yes.
and that should all be possible. That will happen. So there's this evolution that constantly moves technology in.
Yeah.
Electric handpieces, first electric handpieces, that was surgical. That was a big deal. You had one of
Yes.
them and we mobilized that. Like, my associate doctors
Yeah.
will not practice in a room that does not have electric handpieces.
Yeah. Once you go
embedded.
electric, you don't go back.
Yeah.
You just don't go back. And so every room is, and not patched on.
Yeah.
We
Just
were-
like a.
we were,
right.
we were
don't,
the, well,
we don't want a
or
mobile
not even,
motor.
Not
we
even
want it.
stacked on to the existing unit. We started building electric handpieces into rooms, like into the units, 18 years ago.
Because you foresaw this.
It just made sense. Well, the problem was that servicing them was a problem, so we made the whole unit hot swappable
Yeah.
in under 20 minutes.
Okay.
So those are the other things
Brilliant.
you have to do.
So
Yeah.
your whole life is basically you look at dental offices and you go, we need to make this more efficient, which is as simple as where you sit to how your drawers come out of the wall to where the chairs and everything.
This is your wingspan.
Yeah.
So actually, the funny thing is, the solution that has been proffered for this increase in technology is to make the room bigger, when the wingspan Your wingspan is 5'7".
Some ish. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so
Nicely done.
my wingspan is 6'1" because I'm 6'1".
Yep.
That's
Me too.
You know, so there are extraordinary, like basketball players that break out of that, but that's why they're outliers.
Yes.
Everybody else were normative, and so a room that's 10 feet wide is
Oh,
for a single
interesting.
hygienist, for example, is a 5-foot penalty for a 5-foot hygienist to go get things.
Which slows her down X
Which
amount
Yes.
every
times
time
the
you're,
8.
the only place you make money is right there. So we'll talk about this on Thursday.
Yeah.
We're going to
That's
actually
hot.
specifically
Yeah.
talk about that because anything that you're doing that's not right here is non-revenue generating.
I always thought bigger was better.
And
I
so-
know
well,
it's
that
definitely
was
what
the natural
the prevailing
assumption.
thought is. Yeah.
But that's
Okay?
not the efficient way.
But it can't be because unless we want to
Mind
go inspect
blown.
a gadget. There's people that know things. They're not in dentistry.
They're not in
necessarily.
dentistry.
Okay, so we like hired them in and went like, okay, so what is, how can you put somebody in a metal tube in space
Yes.
and have not come down a little bit?
Yeah.
And so there's a number, okay? There's a geometry, and those things are very critical. So that limits some of the size things that you can do. There are things with respect to how control systems work. What reach is important?
Yeah.
What reach is, this is theoretically still within reach, but it's
Not
not
important.
good reach. So
And you're
all
the
of those
master
constraints.
of that in dentistry.
That's part of the major obsession.
I love
It's
that.
Just and the funny thing is, it then makes it simpler and less expensive to go ahead and outfit rooms.
Yes.
It also makes it so that you can get more rooms in less space and have them more spacious at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the odd thing. The last piece that I had trouble figuring out is you've gone to a magic show
Yeah.
and the magician will go, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
They show you the trick they're going to do,
Yep.
and then they do it and you can't see it.
Can't see it.
That's a science.
And that's what you
So
do.
there are things with respect to placement of the things within the space
Yep.
that can cause the patient to not understand. It seemed to be working well 10 years into doing this. I had an engineer patient who I consider a friend. He had been a loyal patient for 10 years. And he said, so what have you been doing? I was asking him about this torpedoes that he's making that he couldn't tell me about. So he said, so what are you doing? I said, well, I've been working on the, engineer this stuff. He's looking at watching the TV on the ceiling, watching ESPN. And he went, what equipment? I was pissed. I thought he was a friend. He's like, the equipment we made here, all this equipment. He said, I never really noticed it. And I went, oh, don't you care?
Yeah.
But that's the point, though.
That was the whole point.
Yeah,
that was
that's-
exactly the whole point. The engineer had not noticed. He went,
That's
that's
win.
interesting.
Yeah,
Because he came in, lay down,
Yeah.
like turned on the TV, put on the headset. We did the dentistry. Like that was all he ever saw.
That's a win.
And
Yeah.
so that was
That's
a
great.
real that was the biggest confirmation
That what you're
the
doing is-
magician part really worked.
All right,
with
I
that
got
science.
3 questions for you because we're almost out of time. We are in a current dispute. Not us, we're on the same team here, but we need you to settle something. Okay, I walk into a room. Let's say we're walking right into the room. Sean is the room. This is the outlay of the room. There's doors here. Is the chair supposed to be facing us so that the head, like the patient's seeing out the room, or is the chair supposed to be with the head here so the patient's looking at the wall?
It's easier. It's easier if the patient's facing out.
To the
Because
wall,
you-
not to
right.
the
It's
not to the
easy-
doorway.
It's easier,
Yeah.
okay, that they have a view. You can put a screen there. It's actually creates some other problems. It's easier. The dentist can kind of sneak in and sneak out.
Mm-hmm.
The disadvantage of that is it's an unnatural greeting.
That is.
So these two things are they are how we design rooms both ways, specifically because of that.
Yep.
I want to
Interesting.
see a new patient. I want to come in and see this one.
Yeah. See,
That makes sense.
I do
That
see
one's-
I don't
that,
wanna
and it
creep
wasn't
up
my
on
I need
instinct.
doors on that room.
Yeah.
I might even have a single entrance on that room,
Yeah.
which creates some other constraints. You need a little more toe
That's
space to
why
get in.
they
Up.
say that,
But it's
so
why
you
they
don't
do it.
creep up on
Because
somebody.
because we're used
It's
to
a-
it. And it's creepy to have somebody come into a room.
Well, they
and
always
you're
say
like,
they're like, oh, and
like,
you
oh,
startle
yeah,
them,
I'm
and
so
it's like,
sorry.
oh, they call me the ninja, and
Yeah,
I was
oh,
like,
you're so quiet.
yeah, and it's creepy, it's off-putting, and it's already
And so that's a challenge. And so
Yeah.
now when the patient faces out, they're facing out to a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And so unless you control that, or turn the chair sideways
Mm.
and enter the room, so you enter the room from the side, you can still greet, but they're not looking out in the hallway.
Yes.
So that's a way we
I see
solve
very
it.
few offices like that.
Normally, it's very few because normally the limiting component of how you can lay out the
Access,
office
yeah,
is
and-
a
yeah.
clear wall that you're going to put all the treatment rooms on.
Yeah.
What
And so you need to either double load. You could do an H-shaped layout and do that on both sides, which works out great. But there are solutions for that.
What is your house like? What is your personal house like? If I come in, am I finding everything organized like crazy?
It's simple. It's not. I'm not naturally organized.
Huh.
I
You're an
simplify.
inventor builder.
Yeah, which
You
is
see
naturally
efficiencies.
chaotic. I mean, we have like the amount of like machinery we have. So there's always creation, which is messy.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But the offices are impeccably clean because they're impeccably simple by
Right.
going to the best practices, and we will go ahead and do anything to make something more compact or flow faster.
I love
You know,
it.
the other thing is we can make the offices smaller because if you think about a pipe, if you double the flow rate, you can decrease the diameter of the pipe.
Yes. Yes.
So the offices are more compact by a third, but not because the operatory is small.
Do more.
It's
do
just,
more with less.
It's just there's more
Yeah.
that people aren't sitting. That we change the ratio on that 10 minutes.
Yeah.
When you just think about what you can do if you change that to 15 minutes,
Yeah.
you just change the economics from 7 minutes to 15 minutes of actual paid time.
Pay time.
I love this topic so much.
Oh, I
All
know.
right.
He's such a gift.
Hey,
Such a
it's
gift.
I can listen to you talk for like 3
I know.
hours.
There's something
You may
about it.
Come to visit the factory.
I will come. It's
Oh.
in Boston. I can't go
It's
to
a
Boston.
You go to. You
I don't like the Red Sox.
Fall River.
Okay.
Okay, Amtrak.
We'll cut.
we can-
We'll
you're
do it.
gonna come to visit.
Ladies and gentlemen of America, the Mediocre Dentist Podcast wants you to know that your office is a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Okay?
Disaster.
It is disgusting,
Yeah.
and it's enough. And it's enough. There is a person here in America who could fix it, and their team, hundreds of people.
Yes.
How many offices over the 25 years? Thousands? Are we at thousands already?
No, it's heading towards 5,000.
5,000 offices are not a mess.
Yeah.
If I
rest
come
of
to your
you?
office and I see gloves on the counter, I'm walking out. Pretty much, right?
Glove box stuck.
Glove box. If a glove box is stuck on the
counter.
counter and it's a one of 4 because it's extra large, large, small, medium, and your hands are medium,
Yeah.
so there's no reason to read out extra large gloves here. Then you need help. You need help, and we are going to be people who help you. Thanks very much, David. We loved having you on. Come back
I
anytime.
really
Pleasure.
enjoyed
Pleasure.
it. It's great.
The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.